no bedtime story, no cookies and milk. It's a straight shot of wisdom, smoother than silk. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Pull up your Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Oh, pull up your chair, let the stories unfold. It's laughter, it's lessons, it's love made of gold. Got a question, ask it, we're not shy in here. This is a safe space, honey, come face your fear. Got the mic hot, got the bass line deep. Granny's got the groove you wanna keep. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as bold, it's just what you need. Darling, lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pound. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal. Lean in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to heal.
Granny ain't scared, and you better not be either. Welcome to Granny's house. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Granny's house. How are you tonight? And welcome to Thursday. As we get ready to start this ride, we do every week. And you go, why you have to repeat that? Because every week I remind us of the rules. The rules are don't come in my house and don't speak. We don't gatekeep. We like, follow, and we share. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Lemon8, and YouTube. Yes, like, follow, and share. Welcome to Granny's house on Facebook, Instagram. They call me Granny. TikTok, YouTube, and Lemon8. They call me Granny. Also, whatever happens at Granny's house stays at Granny's house. I have to remind you because you forget. Whatever you say, you do, it belongs to Granny. For some reason that you get to talk a little bit too much and you go, you know what? Please don't share that. And you call me if you know me, or you DM me, text me, however you throw me a carrier pigeon. And you go, please don't do that. Don't share that one. I was just talking on my baby dad just entirely too much. And I even said his name. I will not share that one. I will be just as gracious as I can be. And I will say, you know what? I'll put that in the archive and I'll laugh at it for myself. Or take little snippets and cut you out. But however it go, whatever you say belongs to Granny's house. Whatever you do, enjoy yourself. And don't be scared. What the song say? Be bold. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As we get started, we know we have some people already know the rules. How you doing, beloved? Auntie, how you feeling? Welcome each one. As we do, we like, follow, and we share. We are getting ready to talk about tonight. Tonight's show is called No is a Full Sentence. No. You can say no. No is a full sentence. I didn't say no is a piece of a word. I didn't say no and add some extra stuff to it. I said no. and put you an exclamation mark behind it. Period, as the little children say. No is a full sentence. So before we get started, I'm gonna make sure y'all live up in here. We gonna hit the chat with the word no. Put an exclamation mark behind it, a heart, whatever you want. But you're just gonna type in real bold, capital letters. I want you to scream it. No, 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 no. That's what we gonna put in the chat. No. Granny gonna put one in there with you too. No, no. And we gonna let them know it's a lot that goes with that no. As we say this no, we're gonna have some little boundaries with this situation. This is how we're gonna start it out tonight. We're gonna let people understand that no is boundaries, no is peace. And I have a God-given permission to say this word. Mhm. I have permission from the Almighty. You'll see me and Blake used to talking. He told me I can say no. I'm not hurting nobody by saying no. I'm not diminishing your light or taking away. I'm finding what do you say, boundaries and peace in the word no. And if you're just now typing up or coming in, type the word no in the chat as we get started. That's the first thing I want to discuss about no, is that it's not rude to say no. It's quite responsible. Because if you're very responsible when you say no, you're letting people understand, hey, she say no. No. And she in the house, "How you doing, beloved?" It's responsible to say no. Because first of all, you're not lying to people. Mm-mm. You're being straight honest, blunt and to the point. And something we haven't been doing. I know I haven't been doing it. I'm one of them people that go, "Oh, girl, let me think about it. Oh, I'll get back to you. Oh, well, maybe." Well, you know, all you wanted to do was say no. And you felt all guilty. Oh, I don't want to say no. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But what happened with your boundaries? What happened with your peace of mind? What the Bible say? Guard your heart. I let folk run all through it. Guard your heart. He didn't make you to be a doormat. It's all right to be nice. Sometimes we gonna say yes. But then we haven't mastered the art of just saying no. We haven't even come to an understanding to where no is not a hurtful thing to say. No. And if they get to ask you a certain question, you can tell them the answer is no. Be nice about it. Be kind and polite. Give them a smile. No. And then you can go and stop explaining yourself about your no. Because that's what the conversation said today. What no is a full sentence. So stop explaining your no's. I'm gonna go back and you go, Granny, you talk about you all the time. Yes, I do. Because if I talk about me, then maybe we'll all look in the mirror. I will go, well, I'm gonna say no, but well, I wanted to tell you yes, but or no with a whole bunch of explanations. Or saying no like with a commitment still behind it. But now you're lying. Because as you said no with that commitment behind it. Now that person's still waiting for you to see if you honestly gonna do what you should have just said no to. And you'll still know bad. But if I say no, they're not gonna like, oh, okay, well, a person that respects you respects your no. A person that has values you and values your opinion and your boundaries and your peace, they understand a no. And I know a lot of us have some grown children that we need to say no to real loud. I mean, I need a t-shirt that just says no. No, no, no. And we'll walk around explaining even with them. And they be coming at you with all this extra stuff. Mama, can I have you? And you be like, well, let me go and check my bank book. Oh, well, let me go. No. Mm-mm. Because I done gave you some last week. Figure it out. No. Well, can you babysit? No. It's okay to say no and not feel like you being disrespectful and rude when you tell them children, no, you can watch your own children this week. Because I had them all last month. You go watch your own babies this month. And watch how more open and alive we feel from just being honest. I'm just speaking about me because I'm learning. No, it has no explanations and there's no debate to it. has no extra conversations. And how dare you come at me asking me to give you more? Why? Hmm. And when somebody has the nerve to come ask you why you said no, you should check that person's intentions. Check their conversation. Check how they act when you do say no. Because I know some of us have said no to some people. And when we said no to these people, what? They act like we cut them. So she said no. People swear we took their favorite toy. Oh, she said no. Because they wasn't used to you saying no. They was used to you letting people just walk all over you. And he was just used to letting just go and being as my husband told me, I'm the old faithful hound dog. And he told me that one day, and I sat back and I said, dang. He called me that. And it wasn't negative. It was him letting me know that you really didn't want to do that. And they could have called somebody else to do it. But instead, they called you because they know what? You're not going to say no. Mm. Even though I knew that deep in my soul, my spirit, I didn't feel like doing that. It was not something that I wanted to be part of. And he said, the old faithful hound dog, she's not going to say no. That's what he told me. And I had to think about that. And I had to ponder in my mind. And now when it comes to me and people say something, I am quick to say, not nastily, no. I'll let my yeses be my yes and my no's be my no's. And I say them real clear now. It's no, well, girl, I'm a try. No. And I ask real quick what time it start. By 8, no, I ain't coming. Not coming. But not being mean about it, just letting you know, don't come look for me. And don't anticipate because sometimes we'll tell people, "Oh, I'm coming, girl. You know I'm coming. You know you're not." And now you're lying, and they calling you, blowing your phone up because they waiting for you outside the door. And you should have just clearly said, "No, not today. I'm not coming." And it was okay. And I'm to keep saying it's okay because I know we get to the point. I know I do, to where I'm like, "Oh, you know, well maybe they may have less expectations than me, or maybe they won't, come at me in a certain way anymore because I say no. Maybe I won't be invited if I say no." Some of them people that you need to say no to, you shouldn't be around them anyway. Am I the only one that got this problem? Some people that you don't say no to shouldn't even get all the airspace that they get out of you, and you'll just throw out all them yeses when you clearly should have just said no. She's just sad to say I may even say, "Let me think about." I say that all the time. Let me think about it. When I know I don't really mean it. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Let your no be your no's and your yes be your yes. And we're not going what? Because I feel you for you like me. I feel guilty for saying no. You say yes to something you don't want to do. And now you're mentally calculating how to fake your own disappearance. Hmm. And I have done that a many times. I have sat back trying to figure out how can I say or call this person and go, girl, I ain't coming. How can I go and let them know, I was lying. I should have just said no. But we didn't do that. Why? Because it said, just say you felt guilty. You felt guilty for saying no. And now you're trying to figure out how to disappear. How can I get up out of this one? One of them times when you should have just clearly been, not today. Not today, Satan. It ain't going down. Because sometimes we say yes so much to certain people that we start draining ourselves. I know I have. And I think this is why a lot of this has been brought up in my life, this beautiful little atmosphere of hanging out with y'all. Because I was letting myself become drained. Drained so much that I started hiding and sheltering myself from people and not answering the phone and not answering messages. I have tons of DMs of people that I should just go, no. Or I'll take on jobs and things that I know I really don't want to do. Or it's honestly stopping me from things that I should be doing. But I just go, oh well, okay, I'll do it for you. And then, "Oh, okay, I'll do it for you," has put me back now maybe 2 weeks because you know what I end up doing, this is me personally, I will drag that situation out because I really don't wanna do it. So as I drag that situation out, I'll wait till the exact last moment to do it. And now as I waited to that last moment instead of just saying, "No, I can't," now I've most likely probably gave someone a half job I shouldn't have gave a half kinda job, or I gave you a not all of me because I was so drained from trying to disappear from doing it or hiding from making it happen, when I shoulda just said, "No." I gave a nice little smile, show you all my little side, the side with the teeth. No, because at this time, no allows me to protect my mind. No allows me to protect my peace, and no allows me to protect my time. And we just talked about that. See, we didn't realize our time that we're wasting because you're trying to disappear, hide. Time that we're wasting because we should have just clearly said, "Girl, it ain't going down. No, I ain't even about to lie to you. No." Or to them children, "Mama can't." No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You're not about to have me drive all over the country for something you shoulda go sit down and go find something else to go do. No. And I ain't saying that you gonna say this all the time. It's something we're gonna have to practice. Because a lot of times it's so easy for us to come out and go, "Oh, well, let me think about it." Or it's so easy for us to go, "You know what? Imma try." Just lying. And trying is spelling, honestly, honorable. So you honorably are telling somebody no, lying to them when you shoulda just said no. And how good is it that is that honorable to mix a lie? I don't know, but I've done it a lot of times. I've done it a lot of times. And what happens when you don't say no? Now you're empty. I don't know I was, and I have to fight through it even still now. I become empty. And then I sit around trying to give people a drink out of an empty cup. A cup that's not even the full amount of me that I can be. An unhappy cup because I have now dragged myself to do something that was totally just, ugh, ugh. I know we have these moments that we have forgotten that you ain't supposed to be lying to people. You ain't supposed to be creating extra drama that for yourself that's unnecessary. You ain't supposed to be keeping and starting fights in empty rooms because you just could have simply said, the answer is no. With a smile. No, no, no. And we talked about watching the reactions of people when we say no, watching their reactions on their face. Because most people now are really just benefiting from your exhaustion. And you are now exhaustion because you didn't have no boundaries. And your lack of boundaries caused you to do what? Oh, create a whole bunch of unnecessary drama. And I have people that all the time ask me, Grandy, uh, can you call my this and that? No, my son I have one, I ain't gonna call his name, but I have one that literally, me saying no to him causes like a whole explosion. But I think this conversation now is gonna open me up to, you're gonna have to deal with them explosives a little better, son. No. Because not saying no is making it to where he doesn't come up with any solutions for himself. Not saying no is the reason why some of your children don't come up with solutions. So not saying no is why we ain't came up with no solutions to some of our own madness. And we just be placating they mess and they just be cutting up and acting a fool. And we should have simply just told them, no, I ain't got it. Can you have found out? No. Mm-mm. I have another little somebody, I ain't gonna call their name, that's their business. But I'm learning to say no to them. They just pulled and tugged all at my heartstrings. Oh, 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 it's so sad. Oh, it's so sad. And then it's so sad this person is over here eating high off the hog, and I'm the one I'm funding it. I do not eat in certain places that I'm quite sure that some of these people that you handing this money to are. I had one ask me, "Can you send me some money for Starbucks?" I said, "Little boy, I don't even drink Starbucks. I drink gas station coffee." But you know what I did? I had that, "Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad." And I sent them some money. And now he all up at Starbucks with his pinky out, and I'm all up at the gas station fighting Juan and Tony over there in the middle that both got little uniforms on mad because I'm moving slow. But I simply could have said no, and probably could have had me some Starbucks. Like, I like gas station coffee better, but that's my business. But I didn't say that simple word. No, 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 no. Honor your own feelings and boundaries without guilt or shame. Honor your own feelings and boundaries. So as we remind ourselves again, type no in the chat. No. Because I'm quite sure you need to say this to somebody. So we're gonna start practicing it tonight. Type no. And get your mind ready to start saying it. No. Because I got some folk that, I got certain people I can't say no to. And one of them is my mama. I can't say no to my mama. And you shouldn't say no to your mama. You still have her here. God bless her soul. Because she rooked me in. Can you gonna make the turkey this year? And I was just so wanting to say, can't we just buy one? No. Can somebody else make it? No. But I said, no, mama, I'll make the turkey. I even go get one. When I know good and well, as far as I'm concerned, they can go eat something else. But I would make that turkey. But I can't tell her no. I can't tell my daddy no. Every year he goes, baby, I want cookies. And I not mind you, we have 50 other desserts, but Imma still make them cookies, and I ain't gonna make 1 cookie. I ain't gonna make a dozen, Imma make about 6, 7 dozen and put them in little bags, and you can have them for later. No, I can't say no to him. God bless him. I have another person I can't say no to. Maybe that's why I got 50, 11 kids. I should have told him no. No, but that's another person I can't say no to, and it's okay. Not saying no to him is a good thing. It keeps the lights on. Well, it's certain, but to some of these other people in our lives that have become battery drainers because they know you're not going to say no. Mm. And what do we do about them? Well, she say, look at her. There she go. Y'all better say hi to the Queen Mother. She said, thank you, daughter, for this subject. I'm 81 years old and I'm still having a problem with no. Love you more, loved one. I do. And this is what this came about because I had a little situation, and I'm quite sure I gave you a little bit of it, mama. I ain't been leaning on you real hard, if you noticed. This is about self-care. But I didn't say no right away. And not saying no right away caused me 6 days of turmoil. And in the 6 days of turmoil, all last night and the night before, I couldn't sleep. Then I started having these little headaches that just came about. And then I just got real just tense and stressed out. And in the whole problem situation, somebody told me, a little wise person that looked like me, he said, you could have just simply told no. She said, you know how much easier it would have said it'd been for you if you just would have said no. Now this one she say no real well. And she even tell me no. Mm-mm, mama, no. She had some coming out of something she grew out her garden. I'm talking about you if you're on here. And I said, well, can you dehydrate it for me and make me some tea? She said, oh, mama, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna do it. No. But I respect her, no, because I know her little lady tell I ain't gonna do it. But at least she told me truth. She said, "No, not gonna do it, mama. You're gonna have to handle this one on your own." I just sat back and I just laughed. I said, "You know what? She is an example to me. That even if she doesn't even know it, because her boldness. I watch her tell people, ain't going down. Go find somebody else to do it." But her boldness has her. It keeps the drama out of her life. It keeps her drama free. And she moves around lightly and does what she wanna do around certain people, certain things, because she's very bold with her no's. But when she does say yes, trust me, you gonna get every inch of her. Her yes is her yes, but she cold with that no. That no problem is hard for you too. That no problem is hard. I'm telling you, maybe this is we got to do a part 2 of no. Because I had a lot of little things I wanted to bring about with Mr. No. But for some reason, my little computer was giving me problems. I don't know how to deal with this technology stuff the best way I should. And these children, they don't want to help you. We taught them how to use a spoon, but they won't even come help me with this computer. It's all right. I'm gonna learn how to say no real fast to a lot of them. Learning to the art of saying no. Don't lie. Don't make excuses. Don't over explain yourself. Just simply decline. And we're gonna add the word politely in it. We don't have to be nasty to say no. And then they came up and said saying no is like an art. So that means that I'm not the only one with that problem. The art of saying no, they said. And then she said, you can simply, and I said, humbly decline. Mm-mm. No, no, no. You can say that without an excuse. Kill the excuses. Because now, when we kill the excuses, those little battery draining people that we sit in the Starbucks while we drinking gas station coffee, you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna go figure it out. Because some people need to really just go pray. You need to pray for some people. And like what we talked about earlier, some folk need an exorcist, and that is not your ministry. And you just be holding on, and God be like, look, and they call you, girl, my lights out. And you be sitting there, well, let me go find some money to help her lights out. But maybe God is keeping her in the dark so he can talk to her because she ain't listening. And you just ran and just drained your little bank account because you should have said, bless your heart. No, this is the third time this month I did this for you. No. Figure it out. I'll buy you a candle 'cause I like it. But other than that, no. And it is okay. And watch what our little granny had to say because she learned the nerd no today too.
Finally learn a new word today.
No.
And no is complete all by itself.
If it drains my peace,
No.
if it steals my joy,
No.
period.
Amen.
Granny said, no. Then she said, if it drains my peace, no. If it steals my joy, cut. This I do my children when I want to hit them up. Cut. Cut. No. No, no, no. And she said, no is a complete sentence. So if I say I'm learning how to say, she even had a sign in her hand. You hear me? To remind herself. Maybe some of us need to put the word no on our screensaver on our phone to remind ourselves. Mm-mm, no, no. She said, if it's still my joy. And I talked about that. That's what happened to me this week. It was a whole lot of my joy stolen because I had to crash out, which I don't like doing often. But the energy that was surrounded by this person I should have just said no to caused me a whole bunch of unnecessary drama. Missing sleep. I didn't even eat. You know I like to eat. I did not eat. I ate one day a freezing cold Jamaican patty. If you never had one of them things, it's good. But I had a freezing cold Jamaican patty because it was all I could really muster to put to my mouth because I was so stressed out. And I think about it now, how did I allow this person to stress me out like that? So a lot of y'all go just around me, y'all gonna hear that word quite often. Everybody except who I told you won't hear it. But some of y'all gonna hear that word quite often, and it's okay for you to say it too. And Queen Mother says she's 81 and still having a problem with it. So we know that it's okay if Queen Mother's 81 and she figuring it out, and we gonna figure it out together with her. Because I'm quite sure sometimes she probably wanted to tell me no. Probably why she just know there's a lot of stress that's undoing in her life because she should have told me no. Some of the drama I was giving and wielding and causing, and but when I was younger, you thought your mama, one thing they could do was say no. You thought everything they said to you was no, well, sometimes it was, but every time you add no, you can't no. It's just, and so you would thought, so when you got older, you said, I ain't gonna never say the word no. We should have been listening and paying attention. No, 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 no. Then what we all gonna talk about, we're halfway through the halfway mark, and I'm thankful for each and every one of you. As we talk about this conversation again, is no is a complete sentence. So if you just tune in and you haven't typed your word no in the chat, hit the chat with your word no. At the halfway mark, I'm gonna come up with I had somebody today, and I was where did he go? He was my sponsor, and it's Far's Best, and we talked about Far's Best last week. Far's Best is a group of young men who are having a walkathon. The walk and run, November 29th, 2025. It's at the Los Angeles State Historic Park. That's 1245 North Spring Street, Los Angeles, California. The event's highlights, they said, at this is refreshments, snacks, meditation, blood pressure screening, and a sound bath. And I love a sound bath. I've been begging all of them to take me, and none of them will take me. But what this is for is diabetes awareness. So it's a nice group of young men, and they've come together, and they said that they know that most of everyone that everybody knows somebody that's suffering with diabetes, and they also going to take a blood pressure screening. I will be there myself because I've already did not use the word no. So since I didn't use the word no, but I wouldn't say no to them even if I wanted to, they'll have me doing blood pressure checks, and this is what I was asked to do. But they also are taking donations. So if you like at drop a donation, go to the website. It's farsbest.org. That's farsbest FARRSBEST.org. And at farsbest.org, you can make a donation. I saw a donation for 25 and they had a donation for $100. But just know that your donation goes to help your community because these young men are actually doing something for the community. And we're glad that they didn't say no, that they said yes this time. And they made their word bond. So I hope I see you the 29th. I hope I see you. I hope I see you. I will be there. And like I said, I'll be doing blood pressure screenings. So let's unpack it. If you just what oh yeah, if you just made it to the show, today's conversation is no. No is a complete sentence. No is a complete sentence. And listen, when you say yes to others, make sure you are not saying no to yourself. I'm gonna read that one again because I think I need to remind myself that. When you say yes to others, make sure you're not saying no to yourself. Have you removed your own self out of the situation? Have you taken realizing that saying no honestly is self-care? And we don't realize what they say when they say do for self. People go, "Oh, that's selfish. You sound selfish, Granny. You saying only do for yourself." No. What I'm saying is even when you're on a plane and the little lady come out in the front with the little outfit to bless their heart. They should upgrade them outfits, but I digress. But anyway, the little stewardess lady come out and she tell you all the rules and where the exit's at and go that way and do you want to sit in the aisle because what all that good stuff. But she also tells you that if the little mask ever fall, to do what? If you got children here or if your baby daddy on the other side or whoever, she say put the mask on you first because you can't save nobody else if you don't save yourself. And I know me not saying no, I was not saving myself. I was honestly taking away from myself. Saying yes to somebody that I should have said, simply the answer is no, 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 no. No, I should have just prayed for him and chucked the deuces up because sometimes you realize you save yourself a lot of money sometimes you say no. Save yourself a lot of extra labor. And I'm not saying be lazy. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's time that you may not have the desire or the energy to do a lot of these extra things that people call you for because of what? We're the old faithful hound dog. And we simply just run, 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 run. And then you look around and you ain't even run for yourself. I know I did that one time. I ran a whole day for everybody. I ran around here, I did that, and I did this, and I did that. And I looked around and my day was over. And I didn't even pour nothing into myself. And but in every person I did this for was a really a ungrateful something so and so that they could have did some of this themselves. But it was easier for them to find the person that always go, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. And in doing that, I missed a whole day of me making some money. I did extra labor that I could have been doing to help to better my own self. And I just removed myself. I had no boundary that day. Remember, we took away from our boundaries in not saying no, simply the word no. What Granny said, if it took away from my peace, no. If it's causing me extra stress, no, no.
I finally learned a new word today. No.
And no
If
is
it drains
complete
my
all by
peace,
itself.
if it steals my joy,
Amen.
no. Good night, baby.
And her and Jesus said together, if it's stealing my peace, mm-mm. And I let somebody rob my peace from a simple little word that I could have said. No. And I don't want y'all to rob your peace. And you're probably saying, Greg, you're repeating this over and over again. Well, because as I'm watching the chat, I'm realizing that a lot of us need to be reminded of this, that it's okay because we feel guilty and we feel that we're doing something. Oh, I'm robbing myself or I'm taking away. Oh, no, you're not. She said, no, gotcha. I see you say no. You tell me no real fast. But I watch you. You pour into a lot of people that you should simply say, go find something else to go do. Today ain't your day. But we thankful that you do what you do. We really are. Your no is important as your yes. And as we constantly keep saying yes, sometimes we go, oh, it's important, and I should say yes, and I should tell them no. Your no is important too. Your no keeps you from being drained. What Granny said, your no is not a thief of joy. Your no is to let you know some people you need to let go and let God let him do his work on folk. Stop trying to be the healer of everybody when you ain't even healed yourself. And then you, as your my unhealed self, always walking around trying to heal everybody else, and just, oh, I'm gonna heal her, and I can heal him, and I can save him, and I'm all a mess. Ain't even put the mask on myself. So now they all got masks on. We in the plane, they got a mask on. God forbid we ever had that kind of situation. But everybody else got a mask on. Now I'm in there panting, and none of them reached over to go, here go your mask, Granny. And I know you got some people like that in your life. And if you do, hit the chat and go, I got one. I got one. I may got two. I know I got 3 or 4. I got one. You ain't got to call their name out. That's their business. But you just type in, I got one. I got somebody I should have said no to. I got a situation yesterday that I should have gave them the deuces. I got a couple people that really need to see the t-shirt, walk around all day long with it. Hit the chat and let them say no. Because we're going to honor our feelings and our boundaries, what? Without guilt or shame. No, no more shame. We're not going to feel shame no more for telling these people what we should tell them. Mm-mm. And we're not going to feel shame for telling some of these people, even our own self, no. And I had to go there because I'm fighting now with a battle of, and y'all go, you always talk about Oreos. Yes, I like cookies. I like junk, period. But I'm dealing with my own self. Can I tell me no? Have I become that weak in my own doing that I can't balance this side of me? Instead of just saying, girl, no, walk away. You don't need it. And then I have to deal with another person around me. I have to be strong for that person in my no. Sometimes your no is strength. Look at that. Because that other person, I ain't gonna call his name, that's his business. He don't need it either. But one of us gotta be the strong. I'm talking to you, sir. One of us gotta be strong enough to say, nope, not no more. We're gonna walk past the Pumpkin Donuts and the apple spice cookies and stuff that people don't usually buy. We have tasted them all. But we gonna walk past them, sir. We gonna say no. Mm-mm. And you gonna push me. Get out of that aisle, girl. No. And if I have to push you back, I'm talking to you, sir. We gonna both help each other. We gonna say, no, get out the cookie aisle. No. Go exercise, Granny. Get on that treadmill. Stop saying no to the treadmill. Stop saying no to your own health and well-being. Stop saying no to when you want to do something good for yourself. I do that. I am a thief of my own joy. I don't sometimes I'm so bad I rob my own self. I don't need nobody else to do it. And I know I'll be sitting there and I'll be at the cheapest place in the world sometime. I'll be right at DD's. Yeah, y'all DD's sometime. And I'll be up in there and I'll be looking at a purse and I'm telling them myself my business. A little purse will be number about $15, $16. And I'll go, oh, you don't need that purse. And sometimes I don't need it. I say no, and I deserve it. But sometimes I'm like, you know what? It's $15. What else would I have spent this $15 on? I got a little extra 15. I'm gonna do something good for me. I'm gonna make me happy today because I rob my own self of my own joy. I had somebody else tell me that too. He says, you know, you always saying no when you want to say yeah, and then it don't happen for you. Or you just shrink yourself. You'll shrink yourself and instead of going, mm-mm, mm-mm. And as I shrunk myself, now I done missed out on probably a whole nice purse. I'm not gonna say no to somebody giving me some things. Open yourself up. 'Cause we could be missing blessings because we are saying no at the wrong time. No in a way that we're removing ourselves from something that we should be receiving. So see how that no goes, it's like a catch-22, but it's a good one. You can say no to save yourself and no to receive. And stop saying no as when somebody comes. I know I'm a giver and I know I'm not a good receiver. And people will give me stuff and I go, oh girl, no, mm-mm, mm-mm. Knowing sometime I do need it. Knowing sometime I do want it. Knowing sometime I'm going, it's okay to have it. But I remember being a thief of my own joy. And I don't get it. I don't walk through the flower aisle, and Imma say it loud. Well, remember this his business, but we putting him here on blast today. And when I walk through the flower aisle in the store, he'll go, "You want those flowers?" And I go, "No, I don't want them." Knowing good and dang well, I can't cuss my mama on here, but knowing good and well I want them flowers. Thief of my own joy. So what we say, no is good and no is bad. Because no can save you and no can hurt you. But we gotta know how to use them now. We're gonna practice it. This may be a part 2. We may have to come back with some more. No, no. I no longer ask permission to say no. And if I was to remake this right here, I would make the no giant. I no longer ask permission from you or no one else to say no. Because I don't need your permission to make myself happy no more. I don't need your permission to have joy. I'm not gonna allow you to rob me of joy. If I wanna be overworked, that's gonna be my decision. If I wanna be, the little stepping mat, that's gonna be my decision. And when somebody asks me on Thanksgiving, "Can they come help with me in the kitchen?" I'm not gonna say no. I'm just putting this out here now. I'm not saying no. Imma say, "Yes, girl, come on, please. Help me." Yes, I'm not gonna say no. I'm not going to remove myself now anymore to where I'm overdoing it because I'm trying to prove that I am a good person. You are a good person, and you're a good person. Mhm. And we could have a lot more money, a lot more time, and a lot more good sense. If we keep just simply say the answer is no. Go find somebody else to do it. No, go figure it out yourself. No, I can't. I can't, girl. No, not well. I don't want to go because no, no. I appreciate you for let me say polite. I appreciate you for offering and asking me, but no, no, thank you. And when I see somebody offer me a cake and the piece is little, and they go, "Girl, you want the big piece?" I'm gonna simply say, "No, thank you." And when somebody asks me, "You want some flowers?" Oh, yes. I'm not gonna say no. I'm not gonna say no. She said PMN. What you saying? What you saying? What you saying? You saying you gonna say no? Don't you tell me no, cause you owe me a carrot cake, little lady. We gonna discuss her. Cause she been saying no politely and quietly without the word no being said. Cause I ain't seen no cake in 3 years. I done seen pies go out the door. I done seen little children that look like me come over and eat tacos, and I ain't seen no carrot cake. So your unofficial no has been flipped to a yes. So we gonna give you a yes today, Queen Mother. No more unofficial no's. Cause this, but then we talked about this. This is what we gonna say it again. This the save yourself season. Save yourself. Save yourself, trees. Save yourself, Granny. Save yourself. Put the mask on you first. And when you're dealing with people, think about how you would feel. And ask them sometime, especially with some of them that come with them little ugly faces, when you go, no, and they get all twisted up. How would you feel if I asked you that? How would you feel if I was crashing out on you? Twisted the back on some of these folk. Let them have some of them sleepless nights and exhausted days because maybe hopefully if they have any conscience left, they can go, "Oh, I should have never asked her that. Or I should have thought about that before I said that. Or maybe I should ask her before I go into being an exhausted battery drainer. How you doing? They don't even come give you that before they come and start kicking you. How you doing? Make me make it, as I'm being your doormat. Can you at least make me feel good while you doing it? Can you at least make me feel good as I'm being your doormat? Removing myself off from all my boundaries. No, no more. That's another good way. No more. No more. I'm not going to hurt myself. No more. No more. I'm not going to allow myself to be used. No more. No more am I going to allow myself to be drained by those who are not even trying. Because now you are literally sitting there holding somebody at the shore and they ain't even trying to save self. No more. Because now as you holding them, you saw like a couple weeks ago, Granny was holding a little girl and her wig fall off. No. I ain't saying you ain't supposed to save people. Now let's get it right. We ain't saying that. I'm just saying some people done been saved so many times, it's time to say no. Because they are not even trying to figure out how to save themselves. And now they're causing you a storm and removing your boundaries and removing your peace because you simply could have just said no. She said, "Amen. I'm so happy to hear this conversation. You are truly growing." Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I still want a carrot cake. Thank you. I appreciate that. Growth is something I beg for in my prayers every day. I don't know what other people pray for, but as you see me and Jesus talking every day, all day, I even make little comments with him. But growth is something that I actually beg for every day because I want to see myself. But she said it hasn't been 3 years. You're gonna get a cake. Don't worry. Y'all must go. That cake must be fire. The cake is just sentimental. That's all it is. Because every year on my birthday, she would make me a pound cake when I was grown. And when I started drinking coffee, which I do a lot, but I had to slow a little down. But when I would drink my coffee, I would eat the look. I would tell myself in the morning that the cake is carrots and eggs. So I would like, it's just like oatmeal. It got the same stuff in it. Like you eat some eggs, right? You eat some carrots. So I make myself feel it's like, and she don't put no icing on it for me, which is good. So it's like a carrot pound cake. So I don't feel so bad when I'm eating it in the morning with my coffee. Like it's telling myself, if you ate zucchini bread, what's the difference? It's like carrot. No, no, ma'am. So that's another way. No, I'm gonna tell myself, no, don't eat your cake like that when you make it. We're gonna say no to the cake in the morning. No, no, no. I have enjoyed every single one of y'all. This has been a fabulous show. I feel better. I feel good. I feel enlightened. And I feel like I have now and am now able to use the word no. And it may not be a whole fast process. It may be some folk that'll slip through. But I'm not gonna let my no be up for debate no more. No. And I'm gonna let my yeses be yeses, like you are. As we talk on this conversation, you're gonna let your yeses be yeses and your no's be your no's. And then certain people, you gotta hit them like your mom used to say, because I said so. And then you can twist it and say, because I said no. And get all up in their face and go she nay nay on them. Then they go, oh, she losing her mind. She ain't never did that. That means right, why? Bye. And do it with a smile. Bye. Bye. Don't let these folks drain us no more. Don't let nobody be a thief of our joy. Our boundaries mean something, and our peace is priceless. And with the thing we talked earlier, it's our God-given permission to say no. Even Jesus walked away from drama. Anyway, and we can't see the forest from the trees so bad now that we have become just so easygoing that we enjoy the drama and the pain. I don't. So that's why I can say no. But as we close out soon, I want you to know that your no is holy. We talked about that, huh? Hmm. Your no is sanctified from the verse of Granny. Verse 2, section 3. Your no is your protection. My protection from them Oreos. Your no is a protection. Your no is a protection of your peace, your sanctity. Your no is a protection of your mental state, your well being, your self care. Your no is obedience when God says rest. I got them. Move out the way. Move out the way. Because sometimes he could be, teaching somebody something or handling them in his way. He telling them no, but you're so busy trying to make it a yes for them that he give you a little bit in the storms too. But you could have just been obedient when he told you to say no. Because most of the time, you don't be listening to that little voice in your head. I know mine is. I got a couple voices. That's our business. But that main voice be telling me, "Girl, say no, say no, say no, say no, say no." And I don't do it. And then I get a whole lot of what? A whole lot of that we shouldn't even have to deal with. When he could have simply just made and said the word no, no. As we leave out tonight, we're gonna type in the chat. I'm so thankful for all of y'all and your love and your energy and letting me know that I'm not by myself in this mission. No, my peace is my portion that I'm going. That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna remember no, it's my peace. And type that in the chat or type it in your heart. Say it tonight before you go to bed. Wake up in the morning and when you remind yourself, no, it's my peace. Hmm. Because you say, remember, we said no is our protection, no is holy, and no is our obedience, and no is also our peace. And we deserve many portions of peace. Stop being your own thief of joy. Hey, Miss Lady, me. Stop being a thief of joy. Stop robbing yourself of all the things that are meant to come to you. Stop acting like you don't deserve them. Not everybody deserve them. I ain't saying everybody gonna deserve us. We deserve. We get what we put in, and what you put in, you get out. And if you know you deserve a little bit of extra because you just been trying and you see it right there, and it's something that you can attain for yourself. I ain't saying go out and break the bank, but if you and DD's Latrice, you can get you a purse for $5. Twist it up, put your own little bling on it. It's okay. You're not hurting nobody. You're not destroying yourself being a thief of your own joy and letting somebody else be a thief of your joy. No. Mm-mm. My granny say she had her sign up. Nope. And if we need to walk around with a little sign and help us to strengthen us, or if you need me, I'm gonna start selling soliciting my services. I'm gonna get a 1-800 phone call. Call Granny. She'll say no. Call Granny. $50 per hour. Call me. I'll sit right by you. Nope. 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 Or I do it, but what? I'll charge by the no. $10 per no. But if it's one of them little hard headed millennial kids of y'all's, no, no, you got to do that one yourself because I got enough of drama with mine. But it's to your baby daddy. You're tired of him. I'll sit on the side and go, nope. She said no. I will be the no person for you. $10 per no. So you see the website, you think I'm playing, but we have all found some peace tonight. I pray you have. I pray something I've said has helped you. I know you have helped me. I got a smile that I didn't have last night and yesterday. I pray this conversation that we've had today, even though it was a little bit different, it had a little up and downs, but it's a little more serious. I pray that it didn't make you feel any kind of way, but it brought you understanding and gave you a little joy. I pray that you took a little bit of something out to share with yourself, but also not to share with somebody else. And as we had them conversations, remember we're not gossiping. We may vent, but we ain't gonna gossip. But as you share a conversation with your girlfriend, talk to her and tell her, my granny said that it's okay to say no. And you could tell Tyrell no when he come asking you, can you borrow your car for the 10th time? Nope. And you could tell them people, no, I ain't got your money today. I have it tomorrow. Okay, no. Just get in line and wait. Stop lying. No. And if you do want something, and it's something that you see that somebody offering or being nice, don't go, no, girl, I don't want it. Be polite. But if it's something that they're offering because they're giving it to you, like that man who gonna walk me through the flower aisle, I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna say yes, yes, sir, yes, please. And I like the big one. I'm not gonna shrink myself anymore, and I pray you don't either. Our no is our no, and our yes is our yes. And as we ride out, we also remember every time we come to Granny's house, we like, we follow, and we share. Like, follow, and share Granny's house. Welcome to Granny's house on Facebook. Like, follow, and share there soon because that will be the main page. Welcome to Granny's house on Facebook. Like, follow, and share. They call me Granny on YouTube. They call me Granny on Instagram. And they call me Granny on TikTok. And there's a new one called Lemonade. I'm trying to work and deal with it. It's a whole lot going on. I haven't said no yet. But like, follow, and share. Each one of them have the same moniker. They call me Granny. On YouTube, we ask that not only do you like, follow, and share, that you subscribe. And when you subscribe, you hit the little bell. The little bell will let you know that Granny's coming on because y'all got me out here. Cause people. You didn't tell me you was on. Remind me. I love y'all. I'm gonna do it for you. But if you hit the little notification button, I don't have to keep sending you all the little reminders. And the reminders is because certain people have asked me, and that's the only reason why I do it. And I enjoy their presence, and I will constantly remind you consistently. But remember, we like, follow, and share. So before we go out, Sister said, "No is my peace. Now walk away." No to them Oreos. Have fun. She said, have fun. And yes is yes, Granny. Yes is yes. I'm going to say yes to them flowers and no to them Oreos. See how that works? It's easy. It's easy. Like, follow, and share, and subscribe. And as we leave out, I'm so thankful to each one of you. I pray you each have a beautiful day tonight as you have an end your night, and tomorrow is an even better day. And if it's anything that you desire or want, stop being scared. Like what Granny said, you better ask Jesus and talk to him and figure it out and make it happen for yourself. You got this. Because as we make ourselves better and we start saying no, and we stop gossiping and being busybodies, we're going to be able to make all kind of things happen. And I thank you for riding out and helping me smile tonight. Enjoy. And welcome to Granny's house.
Knock, knock, who's there? It's the truth at the door. Don't wipe your feet, just bring your mess to the floor. This ain't no bedtime story, no cookies and milk. It's a straight shot of wisdom, smoother than silk. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Pull up your granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. Oh, pull up your chair, let the stories unfold. It's laughter, it's lessons, it's love made of gold. Got a question, ask it, we're not shy in here. This is a safe space, honey, come face your fear. Got the mic hot, got the bass line deep. Granny's got the groove you wanna keep. Welcome to Granny's house, where the real ones speak out loud. Sit down, take a sip of the tea. It's hot as cold, it's just what you need. harder than the beat that pound. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear. We're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear. Rallying in, we're breaking it down. Truth hits harder than the beat that pounds. This is the spot where the real gets real. Granny's house is the place to hear.